What's up everybody, this is George from Win Your Wealth, and today, I don't know if you guys will be able to relate to this, but I was cruising through my Instagram and I finally found something that actually intrigued me in one of these sponsored ads. So I noticed that Fidelity has a new application called Fidelity Spire. It is really new, only has like 75 reviews or so. So I thought I would go ahead and actually pay attention to Instagram sponsors, and I went ahead and swiped up, downloaded the app, and this is a video just about my first impressions on the app itself. So I have it on the phone already. I've gone through the download process, I've gone through the initial process where it asks me a little bit about what my current goals are, whether or not I'm currently investing with Fidelity, which I am. My current 401k plan is with Fidelity and I have that linked to that account. It asked me a little bit about my short-term goals, which are travel and cars, a car for myself and a car for my wife within the next couple of years, and also long-term goals, which for me is pretty much just retirement. So once I went through that, let me go ahead and start my recording here on my phone again. So I have the Fidelity Spire app on my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. And it lets you know kind of how everything works out. I think I'm gonna have a video on exactly what the process looks like when you get started. But once you are done with that, you're gonna end up here on this particular screen. And I have some information here that I'm hoping I can be able to blur out, and hopefully it doesn't cause too much, doesn't take too much away. But essentially it has here my goals, which are my, like I just mentioned, and then it has my debt, which is my mortgage. And you can apparently, if I click on that, you can set up goals. So if you wanted to, so let's go ahead and go through this. I just clicked on it. This is my first impression, so let's figure out exactly what this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put in some fictitious numbers, to be honest with you. This number is real, though. I did recently refinance my home. I actually probably should make a video about that. So if you're interested about refinancing during this time, or just refinancing in general, I'd suggest to check out the subscribe button and turn that like button blue if you find this video useful. Come back later to learn a little bit about my refinance and some of the tips that I have for you guys. But the current monthly payment, I'm gonna estimate this because I'm really not too sure. I do know what mine is, but I'm trying to estimate it based on this fictitious number. And then the required monthly payment, let's just say it's $1,350 as well on a 30-year mortgage, and it gives you the payoff date. So that's pretty cool. It generally makes sense to make only the minimum monthly payments on a mortgage. Government student loans and car loans, since they have much lower interest rates, and some offer tax benefits. For example, home mortgage interest rate is deductible for federal income taxes. Homeowners can deduct interest paid on mortgage up to $750 for homes purchased after 2017 December. So that's pretty neat to know. You may or may not have known that. I'm going to save that there and look at the details here. And when I look at the details, I can edit them if I wanted to. And apparently there's a couple of reads. How much house you can really afford. Pretty neat little article, I guess. I'm not gonna read it obviously right now, but okay. So if I wanted to create a new goal, I guess I could, well, I have this car goal, so I'm gonna go here. Okay, I see. So let's just say I wanted to save up $20,000 to buy my wife's car in cash. I'm just waiting for dealerships to be really hungry in that Q4 to sell me that car for as cheaply as possible. But my wife's car is probably going to come in, maybe 3-4 years from now. So let's just say 3 years in this case. Let's call it, we are in August right now, so or September. Let's call it September 2023. Trying to save up $20,000. This means that I'll need to be saving about $556 a week. Here's a rule of thumb for conventional wisdom. Consider keeping the total cost of a vehicle to 15% or less of your after-tax monthly income. That includes monthly payments, gas, maintenance, Electric car owners may not pay gas, but should consider the cost of electricity. That's all pretty good tips. I personally don't think that you should have a car payment if you can avoid it. Maybe your first car, or if you're still getting out of debt and you absolutely need a car, your first car out of college or in college. But at my stage in life, I think that paying cars in cash is the right thing to do because it is a depreciating asset. So I'm going to save that. I can link up a Fidelity account here, it's saying, but I don't think I need to do that because I've already done that. So let's look at that. Okay, I thought I had saved that. Let me figure out what's up with this. All right, so I modified that and hopefully that does it. It's asking me if I wanted to link it to a Fidelity checking account or savings account. I'm not gonna do that. I think the reason why I put it on the long term is because I had it on September of 2023, and I guess it wanted me to put it in August or before, so that got it right. And this is kind of letting me know where I am. The only problem is that it's saying that I need to link a Fidelity account to it, and you see, I don't see an option to link it to your bank account. So I currently bank with Charles Schwab. I've been doing that for about a month now. I have a video all about that Charles Schwab checking account, which I think is great. If you want to check that out, I'll link it up in the cards above. But apparently you need to use a Fidelity account in order to track this, which to me is kind of, it's not really that great because I don't want to have to open another cash management account in order to track this. So I don't even know what I can do here. To me, this is sort of not very useful, at least to me particularly. And I assume if I wanted to do the same for travel, it would give me sort of the same stuff. So up top here, it's kind of just telling me to add goals. I tried the decision tool off camera. I think it's a little weird. I don't exactly know how to interpret some of the data. It's asking if you want to open an account here, send us feedback, and get tips and strategies to navigate uncertain times. So let's look at that. This is just taking us over to the Learn tab. And this is just essentially just a bunch of articles on investing. So that's cool. So I'm in the Learn tab now. Suggested for me, buy versus leasing, how to plan for travel using social distancing, which they're obviously looking at what my priorities are and giving me articles just for me about that. So you can take a look at, budgeting, for instance, and see some of their articles on budgeting, which I'll need to read through really to have a better idea. Credit card debt, these might be useful as well for those of you that are looking at, your credit score or travel hacking, which I talk about on my channel as well. Let's talk about accounts. So here I only have my 401k account here. Apparently, bring your non-Fidelity account balances in the app to keep track of everything in one place. So I could link other accounts if I wanted to. Let's try this, see what happens. So yeah, apparently I can link multiple accounts. So that wasn't very apparent from the get-go that I would be able to do that. But yeah, if I wanted to go ahead and put in Schwab, the only problem is here that it seems like I can only put in retirement accounts. So I can't do checking accounts. So to me, this is telling me that Fidelity is trying to get you to use their cash management account using this app, and then hopefully transition you to becoming a Fidelity customer from a IRA or solo 401k, what have you, or just a taxable account. Pretty smart on their part, but it kind of sucks that you cannot add anything else. So this balance here, which I don't know whether I'm going to blur or not yet, this is just my 401k. I have more money outside of that. Coming soon, you'll be able to do bill pay, recurring deposits, check deposits. That's cool. So we've already looked at the first two tabs. The Learn tab as well, we've gone through it, and then there's more. Really not a whole lot. This is really more for testing. And then you can ask a virtual assistant. Okay, so this is on the top right here. I'm a chatbot. Okay, not sure where to start. Select from these commonly asked questions. Okay, how can I protect against market volatility? I think that's a pretty good one. It says, determine best course of action. Please visit our page, strategies for uncertain times. So, okay, so it pretty much just takes you to their website. I would think that it would have taken you to the article that we had seen earlier. So that's kind of weird that it didn't do that. Okay, let me see. What is a stock? And send that off. Let's see what it says. I found the following. Okay, this might help. I need information about stock, plan, service account. Yeah, so this is not exactly what I asked for. So not really sure on the AI and ML on that chatbot yet. But I mean, overall, I mean, this is sort of a review on a brand new app. So I think they're pretty much releasing what I would call the minimum viable product. And they want to probably still add a couple of more features to it because, in my opinion, although this is pretty cool that you can track your goals, it kind of sucks that you have to, apparently, I couldn't figure out a way to not force myself to have to use a Fidelity cash management account, which right now I'm just not interested in doing. I track a lot of this stuff with You Need a Budget, which again, I have another video about that and I'll link that above. But well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the Fidelity Spire first impressions. If you enjoyed it, feel free to turn that like button blue and I will see you guys in the next video.